Okay, now we are recording. So again, now, okay, we are going again on the, come on. There we go. Okay, so you can change anytime the design of your background here. Or if you don't want any photo, you have to choose none of the photo and then choose the color. So we choose the green, very, very dark one, but okay, just an example. Then we refresh the page and we have the green. So everything is it's very fast. And because the screen is very, very too dark, or it's not really the nice one, the best one is light gray or light green, but not too much, or red or whatever. This one is pretty much pink. And save again, and then done. Yeah, a little bit better. I don't like pink, but it is an example. Okay, now let me check again my kids back. It's better. So now header and footer, obviously the color depend of your background. If you choose some type of background, you really have to match the color in your background. So for example, the header can be this type of pink, or can be yellow, or I don't know, here the cream, or the light the light blue. Or you can check with your logo. So you can use, for example, I have pretty much 4 different colors here: red, green, blue, and yellow. But because I'm using already yellow as a background, I have to use something here for the font that must be very, very contrast. So remember, if you are using a specific color on the background, you really need another very dark color or light color, it depends on which color I'm using on the font, because otherwise it will be not clear when you reading. So for example, if I want to be the dark one here, either I want to have blue, dark blue, okay? Which is the better font color for the dark blue? White, for example. So top menu, font color here, white. Okay, and you click save. Ta-da!
Nice.
So if the background is very light, you can choose dark font. If it's dark the background, the opposite, you have to choose a very contrast light font color. Obviously the same as for the footer. You can do exactly the opposite. It means white and blue, and not blue and white, but up to you. But obviously it will be better if you match a header and footer. Okay, then after that, after choosing backgrounds, header and footer, what you can choose is the title. Come on, the title, font, and color. So the font is the type of how to just write the title. And we have few different, there we go, title heading font. We have a list here. Also during months, we probably add more. If you want to just check which type is the font, you can just use here to see the font type. So coming soon is quite nice. For example, where is it? There we go. This one is quite nice for titles. Coming soon, it's one. Or comfort, or who likes robots, audio wide is also more robotic. So you can choose everything you like is here. Or if you really like one type of font that you find in Google Font or Da Font, it's another very cool software for free font, just let me know, I can add in the list. Okay. Normally the title font are quite different from the font of writing, so the body font. Why? Because the title are normally short and very big. So if the font it's really different, you can still reading everything very carefully. For example, we can use this one, Geneva. There we go. For the body font, I add the common ones, are very easy to read and are not very fancy, but it's really, really easy to read when you are a website. Normally, the very common one is Open Sans or Roboto, but you have also Lato, Railway, and Quicksand. So you can still look in here to see the difference. Not very big difference between different fonts, slightly different. And Quicksand is the lightest, so it means it's very thin, but you are still able to choose whatever you like. So I want to choose Quicksand, then save, go my website, and ta-da, everything changed. Then we can also change colors for the titles. So if you scroll down, you have 1, 2, 3, 4 different titles. What is the difference between title 1, 2, 3, and 4? It's the first one is normally the title of a page. The second one, it's more sections in the page. And the title 3 and title 4 are normally used for like subtitles. So I will show you, for example, in the home page, the name of your toy library, it's title 1. In the right column, because opening hours and contact and follow us are automatic, you can really change. You can also, you can show or not, but you can change. These one are title 3. This one, it's a content inside the a web page in the home page is title 2. So normally the number show you the importance of the title, and it's normally the one is bigger and then changing size. In other case, I don't know, membership. Remember, title 1 is always the title of the page. Then you can choose to have a title 2 and title 4. And not having any title 3, because title 3 is still here in the right column. Then use a title 4 that has the same color, but you can choose a different color, to just divide it or just have a more more descriptive the difference between the membership. But you can also have a title 3 over here. So it's up to you, but if you choose title 2 for one, title 3, sorry, for one type of membership, then you have to choose the same one because are all in the same level. Okay. Then let me see what, also the frequency asked question here, it's title 4, I think, but I change manually the color here. So when you change when you add the frequency asked question, the design is already created. You don't have to create anything. You just have to add the answer and question and answer. Then news, also the design in news is already pre-created. So you can look, this is title 3. You can add an image or not. And you have the date. And all it's in order, like the last one on top and then going on the oldest. Then we can come back here and you can, like the background, change color for all titles. I will always suggest you to use some color quite dark or very, very not close to white, because in this case it will be not easy to understand if you use light gray, for example. So you can really see the difference between the background that is always white and the color of title. So better when it's dark blue or dark green or dark or brown, or don't choose black because it's too dark. Or particularly in a couple of toy library that has a black logos, black is fine, but in your case that is not black, don't choose the black in the title. Also, if you see the body here, the font body, the color is not really dark, it's not really black. It's very dark gray, but it's not black, because black can be too contrast with the white. It's design feature for website history of design and experience in years and years. So after choosing here the color of the header and the footer, you can also choose the color of the header, the font header and font footer in the here. Here. The body, you can only choose the link color. So if you are adding some link like email or website or any type of this link in your page, you have a different color for the link. So let me show you. This is a link. Okay. Body font link. I want to have light blue. Save. Da, da, da. Oh, still red. I probably change manually the link color, but when you have a link, you will see the blue here in your case. In some toy library, because they ask to have a custom website made, they also can have a different type of font, not the one in the list, but different one, and also all different colors in another way. So if you are using the normal function here, this one will not change. I probably did it and I forgot to remove it in my dev website. But if you are using this system, you can change any type of colors. So this one is finished. Any question about the design here? No, no, no. Okay. We can go now in the setup. We can start creating what? Frequently asked question. Okay. So in this page, you have the list of your question and answer. If you want to add more, you have add new on the right. When you click add new, you will see the question and the answer. Question, just what happens if I lose a piece of toy? Go there and start typing. You can also add images or change, like using bold, italic. So whatever you like, the text editor gives you the ability to change pretty much everything in the answer. So if you want add the left, center, right, so whatever you like. If you want to add an image or a link, you can also add here link, which is the link for another website, the Federation website, PDF, whatever. If the link is a website outside your website, so a completely different website is not yours, when you click open link, just add new window. It means when a person is just looking your website, found a link, if they click, they open a new window, so new tab, depend of the browser, but they don't lose your website. Okay?
Okay.
So then you can also add an image. You can have already a link of the image, or you can click upload and you can upload your image. Okay. In advance, you can also change space border for your image. Don't use this type because I will mess up your image. Pretty much all the time I had to fix problem about the advanced image setup. But if you just upload the image, not too big, so a tiny one, or just have a source already, so you have a link where is the image. Just what you have to do is just insert the title of the image, so what the image is about. So if I'm uploading, let me see, a chart. Open. Okay, the source is already here. Title, chart. So after that, you already have the size of the image. This one, it's very big, so you definitely have to change to have smaller. So remember that your website, so the total width of your website is 1190 pixels, total page. So it means everything more than 1000, it's really too big. So if you want an image that it's a quarter, like, a quarter of your website width, 300 or 250, it's definitely enough. So after click save, you can see the image is not very big. And it's fine. Okay? Yeah.
Hang on.
Yeah. What?
Hey, Daniela. This is the one that I always get stuck on, is copying, is adding images.
Uh-huh. Why? So this is the icon.
Yeah.
When you click, you have insert edit image.
Well, where do I get the source from? If I've got the image on my pen drive,
Okay.
or do I have to take it?
Upload.
Ah. So I should be able to upload.
So if your image is already in your website, you can add the link of your image. If it's not, you have to click upload.
Oh, okay, hang on. Sorry, this is the one bit that I got really stuck on.
I don't think you are the only one, because I receive a lot of emails about how use and upload image. So when you click upload and you click browse from your an image, it will open your computer finder.
Upload, but we don't have
And you
upload.
Where's upload?
Are you in fact?
We haven't got it.
So if I go to my sponsors page on our website,
No, no. Go in the frequency asked question for now, because this upload is not everywhere. I have to fix the upload. Yeah, I forgot to add the upload everywhere.
I couldn't figure out why I wasn't. That was the bit that I got really stuck on, and I couldn't figure out why I
forgot to add the upload inside.
Oh, phew. That's okay then.
So if you are in
frequently
the
asked
frequently
questions.
asked question, click upload and you will see this one. And in a couple of days, you will see the upload everywhere, because I forgot to add in some others. Probably sponsor is one of them. Okay. So in upload, then you upload the image. When you click on top of the image, you can also have a couple of features like rotating the image and like cut the image, or moving like cutting on the left or cutting on the right. And you can also click the three dots and you have again the upload the advanced image edit. Remember to add the image title. It's important because Google can read it. So if you are adding a specific image to show some question or a broken toy to explain what is a broken toy, then you can add the image. This one example of broken toy. Okay, so it's really important. So after that, question is here, answer specific here. You can click add effect and done. And you click OK, you have in the list. If you make a mistake, you also always have edit, so you can come back exactly where you are. Or if you just want to delete because you don't want anymore, just click delete. So we can click delete and then gone. So remember to add a lot of very descriptive question and answer, because member can read it in the member website, because the FAQ is also in the member website. In the public website, it's to show your future or possible new members what you are really doing and how to do some things in some situation. And also Google loves to have more text, more content to read. Okay, as much content you have, as much Google will love you when people will search for some keywords. This is the fact, but similar to this, there is also news. So in setup, in your edit your public website, you have news list. Pretty much same of the FAQ. You have a title of the news date. So when is the news made? You also can have an image, but not mandatory to use it. It's just up to you. And then the content of the news. Exactly same of the FAQ. You have to click add new on the right. You have title of news. We start, the date when you start typing will be today. If you want a different date, because the news, it's probably was 1 week ago, but you forgot to add, just click here and change the date. There is a calendar here you can change. Trumbull, unfortunately, we didn't finish this part, but what you have to do is upload the image before you add the news. I will show you now how to add a news image, or just leave empty and doesn't matter. I will show you later. So here it's the content, blah, blah, blah. We started, blah, blah, blah. And this is the news. In the news, you can always add the link, image, everything, and not use the thumbnail. Now, after or before or after you create the news, what you can do in setup is upload the file. So you can upload the image that then after you will use in your news. So if you upload an image, choose the photo, the chart again. Then the most important is access public. Is going in your public website, so the photo must be a public access. Category, news. So when you do that, the photo is not correct one. Let me pick up some photo that is nice. Website, MiBase. Marketing. Okay. Description, marketing, image. Okay. After insert all information, click upload, and you will have in the list here. So what you have to copy is this name. So you need to have the name of the page, the name of the image, sorry. Copy. Then when you are going in setup news list, add the news, here you have to pass the name. So this one for now is the only way to have the small image on the left of the news. So I will show you where it will go. Someone is happy. So this image here on the left is the image that we are adding. So marketing, webinar, we are creating blah, 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 add news. If I'm going here, ta-da, we have the image here, the title, date is today, and the content. If you don't want to do that, but you want to create a news without the image, fine, just don't add. If you don't add any image, it will just show up like this one and like this one. Also, you can add the image inside the content, like we did for the frequency asked question. So it's totally up to you how to use the news. But important is the design is already made. You can't miss it. You can't mess up everything. And you can't really broken all design. So what you have to do is just insert your content, a nice title, not too long, or otherwise it will be broken the link here, or it will be smishing too much. But just add as many you want. So the page here will show up 20, maximum of 20 news. So I think it will be enough for a year. After the 20, the last one will disappear. Okay? So in the next update, we are also creating a pagination here, so people can see all your news, all of them for all life. So they can just change the pagination and see all pages. Then this is the news. Our team, it's pretty much exactly the same. The difference is that this one can be your face, can be an avatar like I did here, and you don't have the date, but you have the rules in the toy library. So I can show you fast what our team page. You have already the list. You can click add new. Team member name. The team member name can be full name or just a first name. Doesn't matter. It depends on what you want to show for your toy library. The rule in the toy library. The order. The order is the first one. So 1, 2, 3. The one is the one that will go on top. So if you think the president or the librarian is the most important, you can add 1 and it will be on top. Then the trumble is exactly the same of the other one. So you have to upload before and then insert here the name. And this is the content. So what it will show you is image here, name of the person, the rules, and the content. Because the librarian, in my case, on some others, is also the most important, it's normally, if I'm going back, number 1. So this is the order. So you can choose which one is on top and all the others after that. Okay? Like any others, you can click edit to change something and you can delete. And we did this one too. So our team is okay. Frequency ask question is okay. News is okay. Now, how we can add the content in the pages where is not a news, fact, or our team. So when you click edit your website, you have all the content in your website. Also here, there are some content in the member website, but we will see in another web conference or training. So this is the home page content. You can go there and choose whatever you like. And this is the content on the right column. Most important, some part of the right column in your content is automatic. So in fact, here in the right column, you can see I have some content, I have where we are, and that's it. But in the public website, I have the logo, automatic. Open hours here, automatic. What was not automatic is the content here that I add manually. Where we are with the map here is not automatic, so I have to add manually the map. Contact and follow us is automatic. So if you add the Facebook page in your settings, this one will show up. If you add an email, this one will show up. If you add the phone number, this one will show up. Okay? This one you have to write manually in your right columns. This one, automatic. This one, automatic. And the right column is exactly the same in your member website. So this right column here, so you can add everything you like. This one, fact page on website, is the introduction. So before all the list of answer and question, you can add some content. So in the page, we can go here and you can see that before the answer a question, you will see the content. Okay, you can add anything you like, or you can just don't add anything and just leave the list. It's totally up to you. a sponsor page. In this sponsor page, you can add a content. And you can also add some logo here, or the logo can be added in another way that now I will show you. Team page, same. This is the introduction before the list of your teams. News, again, this is just the introduction before the list of news. And this is the membership page. I also add an image. And this is the list of your type of membership. You can add any type of content or everything you like over here. The condition of membership is normally your rules, so the membership rules, so all legal stuff and content. Where will show up this one? In your website, if you scroll down, here there are term and condition. If you click the link term and condition, you will see the page with the content. So the page called the term and condition is the condition of membership in your edit website. So normally here it's a very long page with all rules, so that a lot of people, a lot of toy library are normally give to the member with the paper directly. So you can add everything here. Okay. So, and I think it's it, because this one is at the member website. Payments, Fancy Castle. Yeah, this one is not in the public website. So after finish all editing here, you can click Save Web Info. It's a very big button. They never change, but when you click Save, you can see all the content changed in your website. You can save one by one and see how the looks is, or you can save all together in one. So now, after you add all the information in your website, now we can see in the public settings what you want to show to your in your public website. So this is the list of your settings. Don't look anymore on colors, because now we have designed your website. This one will disappear in a few weeks. But menu news, if you are adding news, you have to activate the menu, or otherwise it will not show up your page. Join now page. Do you want the join now page with the form where people can join online? Yes. Color, no. Online rego, it's allow people to register online, so it means you have to activate in the same time, so you activate the menu join online, or otherwise you will see the menu, but in the page you will see you are not allowed to register. Not very nice. So both must be yes, or both must be no. Menu about us, same. After you add all our team page and everyone, you can add here yes. It means your team page would be live. And online roster. So if you have a roster in your administration, you can put on public your roster page. And in your preference, in the join now page, you can add the preference of the roster in the online join now. I will show you where is this one. So if you go on your website in join now, come on, you have roster. First roster pref, second roster pref. So if you add the yes, this one will show up. If you add no, this one will disappear. Obviously, if you don't have any roster, you have to remove it. There is no sense. Then exclude mem lote. LOTE, it's language other than English. So it means you can add in the online form a language list. I will show you in the join now form, where is, there we go, here. So in the join now form, you can add the list of languages. In my dev, I add quite few of them, obviously not all. You can choose, or you can add in your administration any you want. And to have this information during a few years, you can probably have a good statistic of your member languages, obviously, or other than English, but you have an idea. If you want to purchase new toy and you want to add a puzzles or electronic toy, you can probably buy a one with double language. In my previous toy library, we had few electronic toys with double languages and are very popular, and few puzzles in Maori, Samoan, and Tongan. Because Oamaru, where I was before, was very populated of Tongans and more Samoans and other stuff and other of these people. So they were very popular puzzles because they really enjoy to show his kids different languages. It's totally up to you, obviously, but during the years to have more ideas would be nice. Then, okay, this one doesn't really do anything, but there is a working with children card that you can add in your join now page. Don't think this is New Zealand. I think this is still the Australian settings. So there is like a card, but you can use this one to have another type of card that we have in New Zealand, like the concession card. So I think in New Zealand we have a specific card for the people with not very high income. So you can add the ID here. If you want to give them, for example, a different type of membership, but it's up to you. So then we have, this one was the concession card. I already had one. So this one, it's always in join now page. You can add the second contact to fill in the join now page. So here in the join now page, you have primary contact and second alternative contact. So if you add yes, you will see this part. If you add no, it will disappear. And children, if you want in the join now page to have a children list, so here, children list. If you don't want people adding the children list, just say no, and this one will disappear. If they have more than 3 kids, they just have to contact you to add all others. Then again, roster. If you have the roster public, in the public website, some people don't really like to have their name in the public website. So you can see here, and you can show the ID only or the name. It depends on what you really want, but people really don't like to have their name on public website. So it will be no if you want to just have only the ID. Okay. Help off, this one will exclude the how can I help in the public website, in the join now. So here we go, info. How did you, here we go, how you can help. So people can help the toy libraries in any way. You can have a list here how they can help you. So you can activate or not this part. So is here, online help off. Then similar, do you want to find as form? So compulsory. So it means this part here, how did you find as? If has a star, it means it's compulsory. So the people must choose one of them. If you don't want to have this one compulsory, just say no. And sponsor slide. So this is the sponsor slide in the home page. So in the home page, here we go, there are sponsors logos. So after you add in your administration the sponsor logos, they will show up here. So if you activate, where is it? The function here. So to add the sponsor logos and go automatically in the slide here, go in setup, click upload files, and then upload like I did before for the image. Choose the file, add the description, in the access click public again, but in this case category must be sponsor. So in this case the sponsor logo will show up directly in the slide, and also this sponsor logo will show up in the sponsor page. Okay, so for example, I have a few sponsor logo here. Let me see my page. One is here, one is here. All the others, probably I add manually. I have to clean my website. But anyway, you will see all the logo here and the description, and you will see this logo in your here. This is Warehouse, Toy Library Federation. All others I add manually in another way, but in your case, you have to add all here. Are you lost? No?
Mm.
So this one is sponsor.
Daniela,
Yep.
there's no upload. When I do that in ours to upload onto the sponsors page, I can't see an upload button.
Set up, upload file.
Yep, so I've put it in there.
Yep.
So I've put the file in there, and I've got my sponsors logo in there.
Yeah.
So how do I get that from there into the sponsors section?
What do you mean in the section?
Well, on the main website like yours, how do I upload and place a picture there?
Okay, after you upload all files, so
Yep, which I've done.
Okay, you have to go to setup, public settings, and then
sponsor slider, which she's done.
Sponsor slide in home page. You must have yes.
She's got there. Yeah, yeah, I'm sure you just changed it to me.
If there is some error, I will check later after the training. Okay.
It's probably me.
No, the normal error that I found when you upload a file, the image name here must not have any space. So if the image has a space in the file name, it will not work. So if you see here the image, it means it's working. If not, it's not working. For example, here, you can see this image has a space here. So it means this one in the sponsor page will not work. Yeah, this is the common error everyone did. So you have to change the name of the file before upload the file in the system. So also, if you make a mistake like this one, you are not able to delete because it will be tricky. But so if you have this problem, just send me an email, I will fix the problem. So after that, set up again, we are in the public settings again, and the second page. So exclude online sponsor, okay. Then we have in home page the last 6 toys purchased. So it means if you want to activate in your home page, you will see these modules here with the last 6 toys. So you can see 3 toys and then we'll go for the other 3 automatically. So they are just moving one by one. Okay, so you can see more the last 6 toys that you bought for the, or you insert in your system. So this one is sorted by date created. So when you insert the toy, the date is the date that you create the toy in the system. And this is the order they have here. So if you change the date when you really bought the toy, this doesn't change the order here. It's when you create inside MiBase. Then, public roster. So this setting will just show the roster page. So in your public website, you have roster and everything will show up here. If you don't want the roster because you are not using, or simply you don't want the roster public, just put no here and it will disappear. Then in the top menu, if you want to show the new toys page, you can say yes. If you don't want it, you can say no. So it means in the toy here, you have toys, popular toys, and new toy. If you don't want the new toy, just say no. So the toy list already has all the toy your toy library has. Popular is just in different order. So it's one of the popular toys. Then new toys, Facebook. So here, if you add the link of your Facebook page, it will show up here the icon, and the right column will show up the module here. Okay, so you just have to add the link, the complete link of your Facebook page. Then the slideshow in home page. If you want the slideshow in your home page, this one, you have to click yes, and you have to add obviously all the images. So when we set up the website for everyone, we normally add 3 or 4 of the generic images from the Toy Library Federation, but you can always change or add a new one. The same way in upload, what you have to choose is slideshow instead to sponsor or news. Just the category change. Then these settings will just show the frequency asked question page, yes or no if you want or not. Membership if you want or not, same. And the Google Tag Manager, this one is more for me because we are adding the Google Tag Manager code for everyone here. So in the future, very, very soon future, you will have the ability to see your statistic. So it means Google Analytics. We have already another webinar created for web marketing. So I can explain you what and how this one works. So this one doesn't work anymore. This one doesn't work. This one, code and conduct is still the Australian one, and this one too. So I don't think this one really works. Sponsor, this is the sponsor page. So if you want or not the sponsor page public. Then we have the last one. Okay. This one show the member address in the online Join Now page. So if you want in the Join Now page, the address here. Of course you want, but still there is a settings that you can choose. This one show find us in the online form, still here. How did you find us? And this is already a list, how they found you by Google, school, members, open day, whatever. So the other setting I showed you before is to have this choose mandatory. Then this one is the most important. So after you finish to add everything, or if you don't want to be online, you can choose to have your website live or not. If you don't want to be online, if you click no, it will show up a under construction page. So nothing will show up in your website, just a logo. Sorry, we are under construction. We will be live soon, blah, blah, blah. This is more for people not ready on the website. So again, Join Now page, after a member join, so fill in all information and click Save, Join, you can change the message. So your registration has been successfully entered, but if you want to add something else, you can add everything you want. This is just the generic message I add, but obviously you can change and add everything you like. Then you have some custom question that you can activate. For example, do you want to activate this custom question? Yes. Which question is? Join, insert your question. Would you be interested to join a volunteer membership, blah, blah, blah? It will show up. Come on, computer. Yoo-hoo. My computer decided to block. There we go. There we go. This is the question. Remember, this custom question has always an answer that can be no or yes. But you can add everything you like here. So you have two different customs. You can add the second one here, and this one is not active here. So you can say yes, and you can activate and write another question. So for example, can be, do you want the library open on Tuesday? If they always add yes, you can probably thinking to open on Tuesday or whatever it is. So then this one is regarding your toy page. Do you want the rent show up in the toy detail page? So if you have a rent that is 0 because it's free, or you just don't want to show up in the public website how much is the rent, you can choose no. Or otherwise, when you go in the toy, This one will show up. Also in the toy page will show up here too. So if you add the no, this one and the other one I showed you before will disappear. Then rent public. No, the other one was just in the toy detail. This one is in the toy list. So here, this one in the toy list, you can choose here if you want to show up or not. So then the rent cost toy list. Content area. Category public. This one, it's similar to the rent, but it will show up the category in the toy list page. So here, there we go. In the toy list page, you also have the category. Some toy library has a very old category system like ABC without any really good categorization. So they want to just this one disappear. You can change with no, and you will not see any category in the toy list page. So also toy menu, how many toys you want to show in the toy popular page? So I choose 20. So the first 20 very popular toys will show up in the toy popular page. Total 20. So these one are my most popular toys in the toy library. I can choose to have 30 or whatever. Also, because there are filters here, if you choose baby, in my case, you will see just the first 3 popular toys baby. Obviously not 20. So you can change everything in your website. You can show up to your member or future member what you want. So here is exactly the same for the new page. How many toys you want to show up in the news page, in the toy new page. And toy menu, which type of order you want your toy page. So in your toy page, because you have all toys together, you can choose if you want a specific order. So order by toy name or ID cat or category. In my case, I choose category. So it means if I'm going in the toy page, it will show up the category BB, baby, first. If I'm changing with, for example, ID cat, toy name, save. Voila. Alex Buff, Alex Buff, Alex Buff. Yeah, I copy more toys. Baby doll, bamboo. Okay, so you can choose the order of your toy page. I'm choosing a gay category. Back public. So the last one we added, if you have an Instagram account, so like Facebook, you can also add the Instagram ID here, and it will show up over here, the bottom of the camera. So this is the Instagram website. So now I think we pretty much did everything about your public website. Now, any question?
I know I asked you about ethnicity, and you said language as a second language button was there, which is good, but it is a different style of question and information that grants ask us. Just wonder if that is a possibility, or can I put that as my custom question, do you think? Am I able to pull a report off if I did that as a custom question?
No, the custom question has always the answer that can be yes or not. So
Okay, oh yeah,
list,
of course, yes. Yeah.
We can add like another field with the ethnics.
It's just a bit different to language as a second language. It's sort of
sometimes language can be used for grants as ethnics, but sometimes it's different. I know it.
A different kind of slants.
So you
Ashburton's also thought about the ethnicity thing as opposed to the language thing. We'd like to know what language people speak, but we also want to know what ethnicity they identify with, because some people that speak, say, I don't know, trying to think of a language that's spoken in lots of different countries, so then they could be from anywhere, really.
Yeah, that is true. Okay, so we can add the ethnics field exactly the same of the language, and we can add some of them. You can obviously add more if you like.
Yeah.
Okay, next update.
Perfect.
Any other question?
Cool. Yes, about the toys. So you mentioned about can you take the rental cost of the toys off the public website?
Yes.
Can we take the replacement cost of the toy off there as well in the same sort of way?
Oh.
Because you know how like you click on the individual toy, it says like view toy. So you click on view toy, and then it shows like view toy, and then it shows down there like rent $, replacement cost $29.99. Can we take out the replacement cost on the public website?
Yeah.
If you have in your administration, it will show up directly, but I can create another settings like the rent and category, and you can.
Yes, please.
Yes.
Because I think some people get put off joining because of the fact that they see the replacement cost and they think, oh, if my child like breaks a tiny little piece off there, they're going to have to pay $29.99 to replace the toy, which is not necessarily the case, because like some toys, if they break a little tiny piece, the toy's still perfectly functional, so we're not going to make them pay for the toy. Do you know what I mean?
The of the toy, but
so I think like in terms of like a public website, I don't want to put people off joining a toy library because they see
they have to pay the toy.
That's more our information that we want to know.
Yeah, that's information for us as opposed to like public website.
But
Okay, so again, I can add another settings to allow you to change, to add or not.
That'd be cool. Thank you. Brilliant.
Yeah.
So because my memory is very short in the time, I don't know why after I had a baby, my memory just forgot everything. So when I will send you the email about the feedback of the webinar, just reply of the email and remember me what I have to add in the settings. So I can do I can do that and I can remember.
Yeah.
So any other question? Andy, I cannot hear you.
Sorry.
Okay, now it's fine.
Okay, let's see if I've just done this right. I'm someone who has to try and do it so that I can follow the steps.
She's kinesthetic.
Hang on. I've got this ginormous. Okay. I think I have added it, but it's huge.
The photo, you mean the photo?
Yeah.
For the sponsorship.
So you need to make it smaller?
I think so.
Right. Okay. So we'll just try that.
Anything over 1,000 is too big. Go 300.
300 is perfect.
Yeah. Yeah.
So apart to play with the photos, any other question about how?
See, I've been listening. I've been listening.
I'm trying to practice because then I can remember what to do.
Oh yeah, it's a good thing. Yeah, do it.
Yeah.
So, any other question?
No, that was my biggie. That I
Right.
really couldn't work out how to save them. But so all the links cannot have any gaps in them.
No.
So when
Not
you
any-
name them,
Not any type of character like the percent or any special character, and no
Hashtag.
space.
oh,
Hashtag, yeah.
Well, it can have your bar and your dots, but you can't have.
okay.
But what you've done is this, it's just copy and paste.
So, any other question about your public website? Or
Yeah, I have
any
a question.
Well,
Yeah.
we were going into the sponsor page on the website, but it didn't have upload there.
Yeah.
So we went back into the public section,
The home page.
and then I told you, I suggested that you copy and paste their link into the source page.
Yeah, it's another way. Yeah, you can do
Yeah,
it.
Because it's not giving me any upload. When
for,
I
for the
click on
image.
there, it won't
Edit.
let me
No,
upload.
I think it's one of the page that I have to update.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I still
So-
don't do
So
any-
we can
Copy and
copy
paste.
and paste.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah, we can
yes,
copy and paste.
exactly.
So you
So,
got
Right,
that.
so
Yeah.
I'll save that.
Any other?
Yay!
Yeah, I was going to suggest or ask Daniela, do you know
Yeah.
how you send some of the settings that
Oh,
had come from Australia
to remove it?
and aren't really relevant? Are you going to remove those just
Yeah.
to make it easier for everyone?
I already removed 20 settings that were not really useful in the last update. No one
Okay.
really see it because they were not using all of them. But because we have in total 255 settings, and I have to add and check one by one if they are really working, so it's a long process. But yes,
Okay.
I will do it, definitely.
And so now that you've got that design your website section,
Yep.
those settings regarding the colors,
Yes, I have.
then are they not relevant anymore?
Yes and not, because if you click design your website here, in the bottom here, you have import from your settings. So it means if you have in your settings a very old version with the green, so the default one, or the settings that we had before, you can still come back.
Okay.
So it will be a point during the year that I will remove the button here and I will remove the settings. But because we are still in the transition, not really everyone did the design part, still has the settings. I still need to have this one. And I still need to have the settings. But
Fair
there
enough.
will be a point that I will remove the button and the settings, and we'll just use the default value. That
Okay.
default is my, yes, do it. It's pretty much the yellow and all font I had before.
Okay.
So it's my default one. So any other question or we can finish?
I'm good.
No? No? Fantastic. So how was the first one? Everything okay?
Yep. I will endeavour to get the documentation up and running so you guys will have something to refer to
Yes.
to help you with this. Yeah, it's in the process.
Yes.
So
Time.
yes,
We need
time.
time.
I have a sick kid, so I don't know if you can hear the TV in the background, but
Oh gosh.
today is normally my day of doing some documentation, and I have a sick child at home. So
Amazing. Wow.
anyway,
All right,
I'll
Tam,
get
we
there.
understand. It's a big job.
Yeah. Okay, ladies. Bye bye, everyone. See you next time.
Bye.